Tell me about the podcast that you're doing in Global Shapers, and tell me about your podcast as well that you're about to start.
So again, the Global Shapers for us, I think how a lot of projects start is we're all friends sitting down, having a cup of coffee or getting a beer, and they will be like, this is missing, let's do it, right? Enthusiasm, energy, and we're like, okay. I mean, we don't normally say no. What we believe in is if you want to do something, the reason you are a part of Shapers is maybe individually you wouldn't have been able to, but here 5 people, 3 people come together, do it. If it's successful, great. If it fails, you did it. Right? So we provide that.
You messed up.
Yeah, you messed up, right?
You tried.
You tried, but at least you tried, right? And we're great that we could have helped you try, right? Yeah. And literally that's how the podcast started, right? During lockdown, everyone it was different for different people, right? Some coped up well, some didn't.
Some started a podcast.
I mean, that's exactly how. I think that's exactly how we started a podcast, right? Let's just talk about what was everyone's emotions during the during the lockdown, how it went, right? I think I was part of Bhushan. Were you a part of the first podcast? Yeah. So just came together as a bunch of friends who said, let's talk about our emotions, what we went through mentally. That's how we had the first podcast. Then the second one we did was we always talk about women and how they have they have it hard most of the time, right? With like marriage and them being so much of pressure. But even guys get a lot of pressure, at that age. I mean, you would know. You just came out as most eligible bachelors.
Yeah. Sanjay B.
For how many years?
Let's move on.
How many years?
Let's move on. On. We're running out of time.
So, we said, okay, let's talk about it from their perspective as to, what goes on with them emotionally, mentally. And it's not only with marriage, right? It's sometimes there's so much of pressure for like different kinds of things. You are supposed to expect it to be a certain way, right? Not cry, not show your emotions. And then that's how we had the second podcast.
Did you name it the Big B for BA?
Yeah.
That was the name.
Wow. So that's how I think, we started. Then we had one that, again, we were saying we talk about men, but we definitely need to talk about women, right? Like all the things that we face. Women, but also get like men's perspective, because what do they see? That's how we did. So I think that's how it started. Bhushan can...
No, again, the idea was to talk about the small things which was not discussed much, but was very important. Because केटाहरुको लागि भने बिए कहिले गर्ने भन्ने कुरा त्यो स्ट्रेस हो क्या. You can understand it. म त बिए भइसकेको छ हैन. But just to get that question continuously gets in your head.
म भन्दैन नि मान्छेले.
So basically
मैले त्यो उमेर पार गरिसके नि मेरो साथी.
So it was essentially, all the topics that we did, and then, later on we were talking about government jobs, private jobs. People still have pressure on, why are you doing a startup? Like, it's better. Your family will tell you, like, sarkari jagir, like, pau, right?
People don't even understand my business.
So that, right? But it was all like Mann ka Kura, okay? Like, which you normally don't talk, and that's what a podcast is called. So at the end of the day, we're talking about emotions, right? It could be across spectrums, across fields, different people, but the heart of it is, you are talking about how you feel, what you're doing, and I think now, I think we have Ivana as well, who is going to be a part of it from the thing. So that's the other thing that we're
That's
doing.
really nice. And you're doing an all-woman podcast.
And I'm doing an all-women podcast.
What's it called?
It's called Unheard with Saloni.
Okay.
It's going to be live in 2 weeks.
Nice.
Right? So what I realized was, I listen to quite a lot of podcasts, global and Nepali. But what I realized was all my advice and everything I wanted to hear about, women founders and how women do things was all global. I didn't find anything Nepali, and just looked around, and then I thought there was that space, right? Like, women are mostly unheard, even today, right? And started researching on it, and it's so interesting. Everywhere, at least in most cases, I'm talking to the first female CEO in this industry, the first female CEO in this industry, the first female rescue pilot, the first female, and I'm like, it's 2022, and it's still the first females. Or even like entrepreneurs. Mostly, I feel like we still don't know. There's so many women doing amazing things. And I thought it would be good. Like, it would be great to for me to help, not only get these people out, but also to meet all these women. Like, yes, I have a selfish reason, is I would get to meet all these amazing women and learn from their stories. Like, how are they doing things? I have all these questions all the time, man. Like, how does she manage it, right? Like, how is she doing? And that's how I started the podcast. So it's going to be all women, starting with mostly women in Nepal or Nepali women outside, on just how do they do things, right? Like questions which I thought it would be amazing if I know. And probably for all the other women who look up to these women or who are from these industries also, as to how does she do it? And maybe I can be a someday, right? If I can provide that, I can help inspire them. As well as get them that advice, right? That'll be like great, like I feel. Because being a woman entrepreneur, being the only female in my industry, it gets hard at times, right? And you don't know how it is or what to do. And a lot of time I feel it's mostly a room full of men. So it's so nice to see that, no, there are other women out there. So that's just how it started.
Nice. Go for it, man. Anything you need from our side, we'll be more than happy to help out. Now it's my turn to go ahead and say that.
If you love what we are doing, make sure that you subscribe and turn on notifications.
This program is brought to you by Vyas Studios. Thank you very much for watching us on YouTube. Make sure that you also listen to us on Spotify.